Welcome back to the For Amusement Only Games stream. I'm Nick Baldridge, and tonight I wanted to share Cosmic Kart Racing, and specifically the arcade mode of Cosmic Kart Racing. Cosmic Kart Racing is a unique game in the P3 library because there are multiple modes of play in operation. So the one that I'd like to share with you tonight is a mode called Arcade Mode. And I'll go over kind of the differences of the four distinct modes which are available to play in Cosmic Kart Racing tonight. But the one that I'll actually be playing and sharing with you all is the arcade mode. So welcome, and let's get into it.
Select game type.
So first, when you hit start, you're offered four different game types. As I mentioned, each one is a little distinct. So the first one is career mode. This is a traditional... Hey Don, welcome. This is a traditional pinball game, which I accidentally started.
Card.
And
Orbit. Select skill level.
in this game, I'm an amateur, by the way. In this game, you are trying to earn money, win races, and advance in the rankings. But this isn't the mode which I wanted to share tonight. So tonight, I'm going to back out to the menu. I suppose one quick game won't hurt anything.
The shop is open.
So there's an upgrade shop where you can upgrade your cart. You can increase these various items that will award you more points when you hit them. In this case, I've got 20 bucks in my pocket, so I got 20 points. Fantastic. Here I go.
Job started.
Okay. Each of the indicated shots on the play field
Job completed.
has this kind of chevron striping indicating what it does. The icon is right at the top of the play field, but it's also color-coded to help distinguish. So I've got a job qualified, which is this green shot, the left ramp.
The shop is open.
And if I'm able to actually hit it, there we go. Okay, so now I've started a job, and there are now 2 shots with green chevrons, and completing those shots will complete the job. Got money, but no real need for points, so back out I go.
Complete laps in inner loop. Lap 1.
Started a time trial in the inner loop.
Now hit the captive ball.
Okay. That RPM feature with the red chevrons is actually
The shop is
a really
open.
interesting score multiplier mode. Because of my extreme accuracy, I'm starting everything all at once. That's okay. You're getting to see quite a bit of this in this little preview here.
Race qualified.
Okay.
Job
Now I've
started.
qualified a race that is lit in yellow, and if I have at least $1,000, which I do, I can trade that for the start of that first race. Okay,
Bonus multiplier.
game sound is now quieter. Alright, so that inner loop is really where I'm trying to go here,
Shoot targets to open the shop.
rather than the scoop. I shall arrive one day.
Aw, man.
Oh man. Okay. So race number 1 qualified. There we go. So now you can trade $1,000 and remove all of your locked balls in order to start the race. I'll go ahead and do that. Okay. So this race is what I am going to be showing you, the arcade mode. And in the arcade mode, you're trying to complete a race. So It's a 3D track. You're racing in space.
Well done.
And you want to hit green shots to accelerate. But I didn't finish. All right. In arcade mode, it's quite a bit more forgiving by default. Now there is an option which can make that more forgiving as well, I believe, in career mode. But I have it on the unforgiving mode at the moment.
Great job. Now freeze the multiplier.
Thank you, thank you. I like a game that tells me I'm doing a great job.
RPM increase. Great shot.
No,
Great shot.
I have to
The
agree.
shop is open.
Okay.
Dang.
Ball finished. Game finished. However, now I will be able to show you the arcade mode, which is what I intended to start in the first place. Talking too much during a timer, not wise. All right, here we go. Hidden start. Arcade mode. Okay, so this is a non-traditional game. In this game, you're alternating between qualifying.
Select card.
You're alternating between
Pod.
qualifying and racing. So you're racing against
Prepare
AI
to race.
opponents, and your goal is to come in first in each of the races. As soon as you don't come in first, the game is over. So here, to start off, there's a race. As in that race that was in the career mode that I showed off, you want to hit the green shots. The green shots accelerate you. Other shots do not. If you notice, you're on a green track as well. So that is why these are lit in green. If you're in a multiplayer game, you can see down below me the different carts, and each of those will be on a separate track. So they're racing in space all at the same time on those different colored tracks. That comes into play in a third mode, which is the online mode. And I'll be showing that off at a later date too. But for now, let's see how I do against these AI opponents.
Get ready.
And I'm getting ready. Here we go. Oh, cool. Welcome, welcome. Okay, that's a good start. All right. So you may notice that I'm on a kind of speckled portion of the track. Lighting red, green, yellow, and blue. And that's also lighting the captive ball. So if I were to hit that while it was lit, I would have earned an item, which I could use against my opponents or for my benefit.
Now run this way.
All right, so yet again, I'm going to try to hit that and miss a lot. It's okay. Nice shot. That's 2 nice shots in a row. So one of the interesting things about this playfield is just how fast and loopy it can get. Part of that is due to the magnets, which are in the right ramp. So behind the right ramp, there are 3 magnets which can accelerate the ball to just an exceptional speed. Those magnets can also be used to lock the ball, and needs more gobble holes. I entirely agree. Okay, so next up, this is a time trial. This happens to be my favorite time trial, and it's called Particle Accelerator. So I want you to watch the ramp in the back of the module. And at first, there's a ball, gets kicked up, now it's locked up there. Second ball there, and it's going to start and fling the first ball to me through the left ramp and lock the second ball in the first ball's place. Pretty nifty.
Power up is lit. Nice try.
Now you may notice that is lit in green. So the goal is hit the green shots. So I want to do that as frequently as possible. Okay, every time that you drain, you might notice the cart spins out. You also lose all of the boost that you've earned, which is indicated on this gauge on the right, near the flippers. It's also on the back glass, which is down below me, over there.
Power-up is lit.
Okay, power-up's lit. You can earn power-ups just like in a race. And to earn power-ups, you can either hit that captive ball, or you can roll over the lane. So right now I'm trying to earn a boost by hitting those lanes and rotating them with the white buttons. So that's how you rotate the lanes, lit. All right, we're off to the next race. Completed the time trial. That's at my initial position, 3 of 4. And I'm going to press launch here. And this is a new setup. You can see one of the item tubes up there. One of many things that's pretty cool about this game is the way that 3D space is kind of twisted in order to represent your ranking on the right side or on the back glass. So if you took a some kind of racetrack and you straightened it out, that's the representation that you're getting there. So it's a pretty interesting way to think about it, but it's really easy to see at a glance how you're doing. And because that is replicated on the playfield, you can tell at a glance, you know, exactly where you are in relation to everybody else. Okay, an item was played against me that caused me to wipe out. Those rascals. Okay. So as before, I am going... Nice. I'm going for the green shots. Okay. I earned a boost by completing the end lanes and then pressed the launch button to use it. So you can switch between different items that you collect in the in lanes. I set it to boost, kind of a useful
Get ready.
way to speed up your cart, keep up your speed, I should say. But there's also defensive items. And I'll show those off
Power-up is
in
lit.
another track. All right, I need to hit these green shots. So again, this is time trial. The biggest stake here is just my starting position in the next race. Starting that loop, but not completing it. All right, I use the boost. Okay. That's pretty good. Now let's see what the next race holds. Green shots.
Prepare to race.
Okay.
Get ready.
Well, I thought it was pretty good. Not good enough.
Yeah. Well done.
Okay, so you may notice if you have eagle eyes and the camera's actually picking it up, I can't quite tell. But in the lanes now there is a shield. So what this shield does is it prevents the enemies from playing an item on you. So someone played a roadblock against me, which raised up the scoops and would prevent access to some of the shots that I needed. But because I got a shield, that one is an auto use,
Power-up is lit.
and it forced the scoops back down. Now someone played yet another roadblock against me. How could they?
Nice shot.
Don't they know the stakes here? Okay.
Dang.
And someone caused me to wipe out as well.
Aw.
right. I never felt like I needed a shield more than on this track.
Get the power up.
It's okay. My. Okay, I did not make first. Made it in second. And so the game is over. Because AI 3 destroyed me. I really like this high score music. So that's the general idea of arcade mode, is that you are competing against the computer, as in like a single player racing game. And there's a variety of different tracks. Each track has a different gimmick, different shots which need to be completed in order to progress. That's especially evident in the time trials. So things like Particle Accelerator, where you're hitting that right ramp over and over again. There's one called Loop-de-Loop, where you are hitting the same, you hit a shot, and then you have to hit that loop shot a second, third, fourth, fifth time in order to accelerate to the max. So it's a really interesting way of playing pinball, and it is only one of 4 different modes. So we're going to go for a second arcade mode run, and then I'm going to turn on a feature which allows for you to mess with me while I'm playing the game. So let's go for arcade mode here first, and there's a screen that allows you to wait for other players. That is used for the online mode, or the 4th mode, which is LAN play.
Pod.
So if you have multiple
Prepare to
P3s on a
race.
local network, you can race against each other. That is super fun, because you can trash talk your buddy right beside you.
Get ready.
You can also do that online. All right. So as you can see, the card in blue is in front of me, and they actually passed overhead. Again, I just like the use of 3D space in this game. Okay, got a shield. I'm going to switch that to a boost.
Power up is way.
Because the AI have not been super mean yet. We'll save that for the next track. Well, they did get me there. It's all right. They can't stop me. So shooting the scoops or any hole on the playfield will slow you down. You're losing boost, you're losing time, basically, to get ahead. So you want to avoid those if possible. I'm not setting a good example, but that's the idea. Now, as you notice,
Qualified.
another thing, which I haven't called out specifically yet, is after you make a shot here in the race, it is disqualified for additional shots.
Prepare to race.
You can re-qualify those shots by completing other shots on the playfield, which is really cool. Okay, again, Particle Accelerator. I just think this is the coolest
Get ready.
thing to experience. Having that ball sitting there and then slamming another ball into it just doesn't get old. There it is.
Power up is way.
All right, so again, The time trial here is just to determine your rank in the next race. I've already made it to the next race guaranteed. Not quite fast enough. All right. So at the end of the track, the ball is released from the magnet at the top of the ramp, comes back down,
Prepare to race.
queues up for the next race.
Get ready.
The P3's trough system allows for some really interesting ball mechanics with launch. Which is how it can perform those kinds of tricks. In the back of the module, there's actually a staged launcher. So rather than launching directly to the playfield, it launches to the rear of the playfield actually, and a magnet holds it in place. And then an up kicker takes it up a tube and onto the ramp, a metal tube. Just a really cool way of getting the ball to that ramp. And it caused me to think in a very different way about the ball mechanics of launch. So in a traditional game, you have the ball in a shooter lane, you pull a plunger, you push a button, and the ball goes up a special lane. This was the second P3 module which I purchased, and just seeing the way that Multimorphic built that whole setup for the staged launch really opened my eyes to some of the possibilities of the platform.
Get ready.
All right, here we go, loop-de-loop. So I want to hit inner loop, the outer loop.
Power up is lit.
Not that loop though. All right. Another really unique and interesting thing about Cosmic Kart Racing is the sheer volume of addressable LEDs. So there are LEDs all over this module, on every ball path, and on the inside and outside of both ramps. And there are even LEDs in each of these rings which adorn the playfield. That gives, as a developer, that gives a tremendous amount of freedom. So there's a question, can you address each light independently? And the answer is yes.
Prepare to race.
So for games that I make using the Cosmic Kart Racing module, I group lamps together. So I'll group all the lamps, for example, on the inside of the left ramp. Oops. Or the outside of the left ramp, and then I can write light shows that address those in specific ways. Or I can address a subset thereof, or even an individual one. The possibilities for writing light shows on Cosmic Kart Racing are really endless. And Cosmic Kart Racing has the most, I believe, addressable LEDs on any game, including the base P3. I think it's somewhere around 900 LEDs, just an almost unfathomable number. Oh, hi Ryan. Magnetic locks. So I will be back there shortly. This mode is arcade mode. That's the mode I'm showing off today. And so the ramp is not used for traditional three ball locks in this mode. Ooh, my. Gotta hit a shot here. There we go. Speed it up. Alright, I made it. Whew. But the magnetic ramp locks are used in interesting ways.
Prepare to race.
Okay, this is cool. This is reverb.
Get
I
ready.
mentioned this one. You hit a shot, and then it turns green, and then you have to keep hitting that shot. Very challenging. Okay, so
Power up is lit.
you can see the different ways the LEDs are used. Let me see if I can switch back to that loop shot, because it keeps track of whether you've gone in the left entrance or the right entrance, and then will light only those LEDs to tell you which side to go into. Okay, so I've done it there. If I keep hitting that left side, I get a speed boost. If I hit the right side, I start over. I hit the ramp, so I start over. Oh man. Not quite. Just going to keep qualifying alternating shots. How'd I go?
Hey,
Ooh. There you go. Left orbit. Back to the left ramp. Left inner loop. All right.
prepare to race.
Okay.
Get ready.
So I'm recording today from the fabulous Build RVA. This is a makerspace here in Richmond, Virginia, where For Amusement Only Games has its manufacturing facility. It is a wonderful makerspace, great community, wonderful people here, and some good pinball. What more can you ask for? The Build RVA is open to the public. If you're coming this way, let me know.
Power up is lit.
We have 5 different pinball machines on free play.
Nice shot.
But the only one
Power up.
you'll want to play is the P3. And as you've seen with the stream here, I alternate every couple of weeks. Hey Joe, what the backdrop was. It's a curtain. Really like this high score music. Okay, so now is the time where I turn on Twitch Connect. And this is a feature that if you're watching on Twitch, you can mess with my game in real time. So here we go. We want, yes, yes. Chatbot enabled, yes. Yes. All right. No features require bits. Let me verify that I have bits turned off. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now I'm trusting you all.
Select game.
Going to turn on arcade mode. And here we are.
Select card. Pod. Prepare to race.
You may ask why I keep picking Pod. Pod is my favorite. That's why. All right, here
Get
we go.
ready. Nice shot.
Now,
Get the power up. Hey. Nice shot. Well done. Power up is lit. Yeah. Well done. Get the power up.
so that was an example of a Twitch Connect integration.
Power up is lit.
So one of the AI played a roadblock, which raises two walls and scoops and prevents access to some of the shots. Usually causes you to wipe out like that.
Qualified.
So you can guard against it by collecting a shield. That's these items in the end lane here. And those can be alternated between
Prepare to
shield and
race.
boost. All right. So this is the time trial. Ryan, if you're still there,
Get
this
ready.
uses the magnet locks. Here they go. Ah. I believe the way that I have things set, causing that to autoplay. All right. That's a challenge. All right, so I want to hit the right ramp. Can't seem to do this time.
Power up is lit.
That's okay. My. Time trial completed.
Prepare to race. Get ready.
Here we go. All right, let's see if that automatically plays. It does. Okay. You all are not as mean as I thought you might be. So whenever it says power up ready, you can type in any of the commands that it gives you as options, and they will be dutifully performed by the system. Speed boost.
Power up is lit.
There we go. So believe it or not, I've been aiming for that right ramp since the last track. And my aim is not so hot today. All right. Made it to third, which means I have failed. Okay, I'm going to disable the chat window. Okay. Now, you can still type in the commands. It's just, it won't be visible on the playfield. Or actually, you know, now that I think about it. Let's disable the chat bot too. Okay. Now it won't be spamming the chat.
Select game.
Okay. Arcade mode, here we go. Oh, you know, the other thing I should do? I should do this too. I'm going to change that. Okay, so that should prevent it from auto-firing. Here we go, arcade mode.
Select card.
Should I switch to a different cart this time? What do you think? Let's go for Vigor. Vim,
Prepare to race.
Vigor, and a different voice.
Get ready. Nice shot. Power up is lit.
So this character is represented on the left sling. And it's the alien. The human alien. The Earthling. With 3 eyes and the cart that appears to have a turbo. Alright, so played an EMP on cart 2. That is a useful power-up that I picked up at the captive ball. disqualified.
Prepare to race.
I feel prepared.
Get ready.
So again, the particle accelerator. Ball sits up there. And is knocked off by the other ball. So
Get the power up.
nice. Whoa. Hit it right at the end.
Prepare to race. Get ready. Get the power up.
Almost. Again, I like a game. Gives you a friendly call out. Compliments me on my shot making. It knows that I need those compliments. So the AI is using items against me. Preventing me from making those shots. It's okay. It stops me. Okay. No high score. No fastest time. That's okay. We're going to turn off gameplay feature control and
Select
back to arcade. Okay,
Select card.
another racer. Should we go for Maestro or Orbit? Let's go for Orbit.
Orbit. Prepare to race.
So each racer has slightly different stats.
Get ready.
You still have to make your shots.
Well done. Get the power up. Nice shot.
and I haven't verified this carefully, but for example, Orbit has a higher acceleration rate, so I believe
Power up is lit.
that Orbit gets slightly
Yeah.
more boost or longer boost from
Oh, man.
hitting a green shot than other characters. At least I feel that's the case.
Nice shot.
Oh
Get
no.
the power up. Dang.
So, lower playfield, I apologize, but apparently I left the chatbot on, but turned off the feature control, so it did not actually reverse the flippers.
Prepare to race.
But it'll tell you about it.
Get ready. Get the power up. Power up is lit.
So each of the shots on Cosmic Kart Racing is a nice loop that can come back to your flipper. And that's what gives it the intense speed feeling, aside from the plastic ramps and the magnetic acceleration in the right ramp.
Get the power up.
The particular curve of the left ramp makes it feel very smooth
Dang.
and fast. Thanks, lower playfield.
Prepare to race. Get ready.
Okay. All part of the game.
Done. Yeah. Again.
Whoop. Alright, so my boost has dropped. My fuel is at 85%. So you can actually run out of fuel as well, which prevents you from finishing.
Power up is lit.
So it's important that you make shots.
Nice shot.
EMP was played against me. How very rude.
Yeah.
And a roadblock. So as you can see, I'm trying to hit the left ramp, and yet I cannot. Okay, now the roadblocks have gone down. Let's see if I can make that happen now. Nope. Scoop time. So as time has passed, more and more of the shots have come back online.
Well done. Power up is lit.
Another EMP played against me. What have I done to these AI? And there's one above me right now. It's neck and neck.
Qualified.
Ooh, just barely. Yeah, it's it's a lot of fun to play, and there's a variety of different games available on this module,
Get ready.
which increase the value proposition even more. So,
Done.
as a developer of one of those games, you know, obviously I'm biased, but I find the ball movement of this module really, really intriguing. And the ability to show the player through the lamps what they're supposed to be doing
Get the power up.
is pretty cool.
Nice shot. Aw.
So with the P3, obviously you have the ability to utilize the entire lower display as a canvas. You can have as many different graphical inserts as you want. You could have a million circle inserts that gauge progress in a particular game, but in Cosmic Kart Racing, not only can you do that, but you can also utilize the light strips to measure progress. Understandably biased. Thank you. Oh yeah, Joe. You'll have to come check it out. I've completed the time trial.
Prepare to race. Get ready.
And just a little call out to the light shows and some of the
Power up
subtle
and play.
things which are done. Having the lights on the track match the lights that are on the power-up ring is just a really cool touch.
Done. Get the power up.
So normally, every other day but today, I hit that left ramp a million times in a row. But today, that is not the case. That's all right.
Power up is lit.
All right, so you may have noticed that interesting ball movement. When I shot the right ramp, that would have been a reject. But it utilized the magnets as an assist on that right ramp and pulled the ball all the way over to the left flipper,
Get the power up.
which is good because I needed it.
Yeah.
So the ball can get moving pretty quickly on this game when you're making the shots appropriately. Third place. I've done it. All right, I believe we've got time for one more. Let me see if I can turn off that chat. Let's see if that does. Back to arcade mode, so I'll leave it there before it times out and selects it automatically, as I did by mistake at the beginning of the stream. But we have career mode, arcade mode, a linked game, so that's LAN play, and then internet game. So I'll be showing off each of these features, aside from LAN play, unless I plan that appropriately, in the near future. All right, let's go for Maestro,
Maestro,
the only character we have not played yet.
prepare to race.
So there's 4 different sets of callouts, depending on your character.
Get ready.
Another cool light show is that start of race light show, where it's preparing you to race and you see the lamps flash the different colors. Simple concept, but it really sets the stage very well. All right, here we go. I need those outer orbits. I'll switch to a boost. I don't know if it's picked up on camera very well, but the way that shots are requalified, so you'll see them turn gray, and then as they're requalified, they slowly turn green again. It's just a fun little touch. There's a lot of
Prepare to race.
really interesting touches in this. And career mode, I think, has some fantastic light shows and use of the lights to guide. Okay, so particle accelerator, there's a ball which is locked on that ramp, the right ramp. And that's the only shot I want to hit. There we go. So it freed the ball that was captive there, brought it back to me, and then captured the ball that I shot up there. Just a really cool trick. The magnets on the ramp have active cooling, and so they can be held indefinitely
Get the power up.
in those positions. Hey, I made it onto the ramp. All right, off we go.
Prepare to race.
I'm prepared.
Get ready.
So I think I've mentioned that the next game that I'm making is playable on every playfield module, including Cosmic Kart Racing. It's very ambitious, but I just finished writing a library of light shows, which is usable on each of the playfield modules that I'll be calling in the game. I'm excited about the way the light shows have turned out on the different modules. It's an interesting challenge to try to convey similar information through lamps when there's such a discrepancy between the number of lamps which are available to you on a given module. And for example, a light show which looks fantastic running its sequence in, say, 3 seconds on one module which has many fewer lamps might look rushed on a module like Cosmic Kart Racing. So what does it take to make a game that works on every module? That is an awesome question. So the SDK
Prepare to race.
allows you to create a game that works for a single module, and there are definitions and usage info for every module available, or you can tell it to work on a subset of modules or every module. So if you write a game for every module and specify, all modules, then it would work on every current and future module. So if you have features which are specific to certain playfields, or you need to validate specifics about gameplay for a given module, if it has unique characteristics or whatever, you can limit which modules your application runs on. So there are a few different applications and games which run on every module. One example is Birdwatcher. That's by Ian Harrower Games, and it is a bird photography game. It is very cool. It's a really interesting way to interact with pinball. And you'll hear me say that a lot about different games on the P3. Other games that work on every module are Barnyard, which is a score-chasing timed game, and Shoot and Scoot, which is sort of like a shot trainer for every module, which is really pretty handy. So it's one of my go-tos when I get a new module and I'm trying to get the feel of various shots, because that game makes you shoot the whole playfield in different ways. Than the primary application on a given playfield. So it's a really interesting way to learn the shots. And Barnyard is great fun at parties. Ostensibly, it's a game for kids and people who are very new to pinball, but in reality, it can be a very competitive game, which is really fun. All right. Got a shield. That's not going to save me here. Need speed. Oh my. Almost out of fuel too. Don't believe I'm going to make it. Out of fuel. Didn't finish. Well. What do you know? All right. Yet again, I will say it. I really love this high scored music. Okay. Back to the menu. Thank you all very much for joining me and checking out some of the gameplay of Cosmic Kart Racing's arcade mode. If you are interested in learning more or purchasing a Cosmic Kart Racing module or a P3 of your very own, you can visit multimorphic.com to learn more or to purchase. Until next time, thanks again, and I will talk to you next stream. And Prince Plays, that sounds amazing. I'm looking forward to seeing what you make. All right. Bye, everybody.